What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the west coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch and she look like she go. She do.
We are recording. What's good?
What it do? What it do? That's an ugly ass alarm sound. I just fucked up my new invention. But
So my name's DJ Murrell.
you already know what it is, man. Know it down in the cut.
And I'm Dan Schlakman. Still hasn't changed.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We can talk about straight to it. Get straight to the updates with coronavirus. That's actually bad for you. I was watching Zia's, Zia's and Bilu.
Nope.
I was watching that new video. Bilu, this dude was like, he goes the coronavirus or like corona wrong. Like he was pronouncing it wrong, and it was bad funny. It's a point if you don't watch it.
That was really funny. I laughed.
Yeah, everyone did.
Everyone who knows Zia's and Bilu will know what I'm talking about. Whatever.
The crowd's laughing really, really loud.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for the rest of the podcast.
All right. Sounds kind of
Also, is there like I don't know if it's just me, but like I'll use COVID-19 when I'm trying to sound smart.
I'm hitting. Yeah, no, COVID-19.
Friends.
I'm telling your friends.
Like, no, y'all gotta realize, like, the COVID-19, like, we gotta take the steps, like, the step-by-step plan, and you gotta social distance. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm using that to, you know what I'm saying?
I be saying Arona when I'm just trying to, like, casually.
I told my parents I don't want to hear COVID anything. I want to do Rona and Rona only because COVID makes it sound like a deal, and I don't want it to be a deal. So it is. So my parents always at dinner would be like, so you heard, like, because of COVID-19, you have to wash your hands for 20, blah, blah, blah. I was like, never fucking, like, just don't call it Rona. Just call it Rona. Only call it Rona, please.
Only Rona.
We've been in quarantine for, what, like 30-something days now?
I'm at, like, yep, 36 days.
Well, I still know how to spell the word quarantine. So.
I'd be struggling.
I just say Q now from now on. Like, yeah,
I turn autocorrect. I turn on autocorrect just so I don't have to keep like spelling quarantine wrong.
Shout out to Turk. Turk put out the one, like, a really funny tweet. It was like, here, let me try and find it.
What? Thomas Urquhart.
I've
been in quarantine for 5 weeks because I'm including that week when I was at school, when I was locked in the dorms, really.
You were locked in dorms, bro?
Not locked, but like we didn't really go anywhere because one, everyone was leaving, and then everything was shut down, so like we couldn't really go anywhere.
I was been quote unquote quarantined since fucking March 11th.
That's Miz, bro.
Oh yeah.
Turk tweeted out, my phone probably never thought he'd have to autocorrect quarantine so much. Yeah, fam, it's real out here. I don't think it could ever be more summed up better than that.
Yeah, that's quality. That's quality right there, bro.
It's a quality tweet.
What quarantine has brought us is quarantine radio. If you know, you know.
Radio.
Quarantine radio. If you know, you know. And it's everyone. It started with Boosie. Boosie started it, and then Boosie was getting too crazy.
Boosie's been doing that forever. Yeah. That's not even like a new thing for him. He's been doing this forever.
And now, everybody thinks they're Tory Lanez now.
Exactly.
Like, people are just, I don't know where people are getting money from, but
just throwing it out there, bro.
They're just throwing cash.
Dealers are making a living.
Yeah, they're making a.
My boy, he lives down in, like, near the Cape. He's just pushing, and he puts it all in his story. This man probably makes $5,000 a night. No cap.
That's insane.
Sheesh.
That's crazy. I mean, why do you, like, that's dangerous though? Because how do you know them drugs don't have like COVID-19 on it?
COVID covered perkies.
Like you get the disease and it's like, how'd you get it? It's like, like I don't know. It's like you didn't go anywhere. You didn't go out. So I don't know. It must have been in the water. That's what happened. He was in the water with But yeah, what have you guys been doing to stay busy recently though?
Just working out. And like school is like teachers are just assigning so much work, and it's just like, bro, I have 2 years left of my senior year. Like, if I was in school, I wouldn't be doing this work. So like, what gives you the what makes you think? What makes you think that I'm gonna be doing it now?
When I'm home and can do literally nothing.
Yeah, like,
I don't need to leave my room.
So,
Look.
yo, also they put a ban on Brockton. Apparently, Brockton has 1,200 cases. I just didn't know about it. Now Brockton has a curfew from 6 to 9. Is the only times you can be outside.
Brockton's low-key like
And
Florida.
and you can't be outside without a mask on.
Wow. Brockton's like Florida. They don't listen.
Hey, shit. Hey, if anybody can survive coronavirus, it's gonna be Brockton.
Yeah, that's facts. No, I've been through places the same thing though. Like I haven't really, like teachers been assigning work, and I'm just like, I'm not really trying to do it. But it's not like I'm doing really anything else that's more productive. I just don't want to do it.
You just be like, oh my god, I'm so bored, but like I have nothing to do. And then when you actually have something to do, you're just like,
nah, I'm not trying to do it. Also, like people are dying. Like, do I really care about reading about some random author, bro? Like, what? Come on now.
You could be like my English teacher who like decides that he's gonna dedicate his whole English class to talking about racism. And I'm the only black kid in the class. So every time he says something, he like looks at
Everyone looks at you and it's like
to me from my like seal of approval.
and you'll be
He's trying so hard. He's like, yeah, like like all white people, we're born racist. Like we're all born racist. We're all racist. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, bro, like you're not impressing me.
Yeah,
like,
no.
like you're good, bro. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, bro, you're good. Like I got you, bro. Like you're good, bro. I don't feel any type of way about you. You've never done anything to me. Like you're good, bro. Relax.
Yeah, that's facts.
You be doing
you're still back with your hat on, and every time he says something, you're just, and you give him the seal of approval. It's just like
No, I remember that freshman year, my boy Christian, he was also black. There was only 2 of us in our history class. And I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie Amistad.
nope.
It's about like a slave ship that was like going across the Atlantic, like like the slave trade. It was one of those ships, and like they had a bunch of slaves on the ship, and like it was like them being like brutally beaten and everything on the like it was crazy. And like we had to sign a permission slip to even watch it. So like after we watched it, everyone in class like went up to me and Christian was like, "I'm sorry you had to watch that." Like I feel like you felt uncomfortable. And then one girl asked her, she goes like, when we were talking about like the movie, like how everyone made it feel, she's like, how did you guys feel about this? I was like, what?
You think I had this worse before, bro?
Mhm.
Like you think I like no when people like ask that like about that movie, I'm just like, bro, like you think I don't know? Like you don't think I don't know what happened?
I know you wanted to fuck with her, be like, yeah, no, I sympathize with the slave masters. Like,
I think they were really like negatively portrayed. I don't think they got their fair share of how they should have been portrayed.
it's like they would have been rich in America without slavery. So like low key, like guys.
It was a necessity.
They had a lot of stress in their lives, and the only way they could take it out was on the slaves.
Yeah. Low key, I had a teacher say the M word when we were reading a book.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Mr.
you're in the class, bro. You're in the class.
Hold on.
He was reading a book, bro. He was like, so he's like very like a poet kind of speaker. He's like, them.
He is the nerd.
Hold on. Let me drop the explosion right now, bro. What?
I'm not gonna name drop the teacher because I don't want to be like. Oh, you already said the name, right?
No, I said part of it, but
I'm not gonna say the name. But like, we were reading I think it was called A Child's Play, a child's story.
we were reading Child's Play. Yeah.
It was like it was a movie at one point too, and it's like a stage kind of like the way it's like a script the way you read it. Like it was about black like soldiers in like during World War II and like the barracks, and he was reading one of the things, and I didn't even like. I don't know why in the moment I didn't even pick up on it. Like I was just. I think I was zoned out in class.
There were 3 black kids in our class, or 4 maybe. You, Miriam,
Lucella,
Lucella, and
Adrian, in it too. Yeah.
and Adrian didn't say anything. Miriam was checked the fuck out.
I was checked out too. I wasn't paying attention.
Lucella was reading the book. He said the shit. She looked up and she was like, "Excuse me?" And then he was like, "What?" And then he said it again. And we were, that's when everyone was like,
I was just like, because it was funny too. Because like when it would come up in the book and people would read, like people would have their like lines, like say like a white girl's reading this shit, it'll pop up. She'll like pause awkwardly for like 3 seconds and then just skip over the word. And then mad funny, bro. That's funny. I be dying.
I had an experience in 8th grade. We were reading, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah,
That's a good ass book. Like I really enjoyed that book.
it is.
And there's this kid, and I'm not gonna name names. Not like any of you would know. So he's reading the book, bro, and it was just like it was yesterday, bro. Like I still like remember this. So he's like reading the book, right? And it comes to the part, and he's like, such and such, such and such, such and such, and when you're like a little kid, and you're in class, and there's a swear on the next page, and you haul ass your hand in the air, like I want to read that, I want to read this next page, because I want to say shit in front of my friends. This kid was like, and I was like, bro, he's not about to do this. He's not about to do this. He's reading. And he just goes for it. It was like his big moment. He just goes for it. He's like, boom, and just drops it. And I was like, and I'm sitting there, bro, and everyone's like looking at me and my little 8th grade ass. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And like, yet again, like I'm the only black kid in the class. So
there were what, like 15 black kids at your school?
It's more now. I can say people of like color. We probably have like 18, 19, but like actually like black people like 13, 14. Yeah, and it's messed up, like because everyone is on the basketball team or the football team.
Yeah, at least at Milton, like I feel like with our grade, it started to shift. Like Dan, our grade had like before, because if you look at when we were sophomores, the juniors and seniors didn't have that many students of color at all.
I had a much different. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm white. I had a much different perception. I thought all grades were like pretty diverse.
They're okay, so like they're diverse compared to like public school and like
compared to their academy, yes, because every time I would come up on campus to Milton, I'd be like, yo, what?
Yeah, we're decent like with diverse. Like yeah, we're still like outnumbered, but like if you looked at like the juniors, because like when we were sophomores, and then when we were juniors, they were seniors. Like that grade had like barely any black kids in that grade. Like Jalen was like one of like what 5 black kids like of like guys in his grade.
I don't think so, dude.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was that many black kids.
Maybe relevant. That's kind of mean, but like.
I mean, that's a valid.
quote unquote relevant kids, maybe.
Relevant kids. But no, Milton does a great job of like with diversity for sure.
Yeah.
Especially after the whole incident we had, but
Shit. Hey, y'all got to miss school for like a week.
Yeah, that was lit.
That happened at my school. It'd be like, suck it up.
Bro, it's bad funny. On the second day of protest, like the first day we were cool it, and then the second day, you weren't in my hallway, Dan. You were in I know you were. Dan was simping.
Wait, Dan was protesting with y'all?
Bro, I have a crazy story.
Oh my!
About that whole thing, but so no, basically everyone in the school did, other than like the super conservative people.
The ones like I can't.
So I can't miss class. I pay too much for this school. It's like, dude, you don't pay shit. Your parents do.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up.
Wrap it up.
No. So this was in a stage in my life where I was chasing chasing a honey.
Was she of darker hue?
No, she was not actually. She was white as snow.
Yeah, which is surprising because Dan mainly messed with like girls of color in high school.
You know what? Exposure for that, bro. We like the white boys down for the brown. That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, yeah, you're right, DJ. I never thought about that.
What? Yeah.
The majority, like more than half of the girls that I got with at Milton were people of color.
You want a medal?
That's your medal right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, what were you saying about the story?
So this was a time where I needed to gain some ground, you know, spend as much time as I could, put my best foot forward. So I'd follow this bitch around.
Guidelines.
Guidelines.
I'd follow her around,
Yeah.
and basically any chance that I could get would sit as close as possible to her. And just about every time we would like overlap legs, or like I'd put my arm down so the only thing that she could do is lie on my arm, on like near my shoulder or some shit like that.
You playing chess, not checkers. You playing chess.
And so there was one day where a certain group of people, and she was very like
very liberal.
She with it. SJW.
And so she the president of the school had a bunch of people in his room. Like if you wanted to go talk about it in his room, you could go.
Mm.
So me, her two friends, and then another dude who was chasing one of her friends, or was dating one of her friends actually, all went into the president's office, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember dude, I'm such a fucking tool. I like make sure I can sit right next to the president. I crack all these jokes, blah, 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 blah. And I'm in before she is.
Yeah.
And so she comes in, and my eyes are like, oh, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
And so there wasn't anywhere to sit other than the ground. So I was like, here, to her, I was like, here, take my chair. So I give her my chair. And the only place to sit was up against the chair, underneath the chair. So like if I'm sitting in this chair, the only place, or if she's sitting in this chair, the only place I could sit is like with my back up against the chair, so my head is between her legs.
What?
And so I did that for a full 3 hours.
Oh my god, that is simping at its max, and I'm not one to judge.
I got the girl.
Was that the second day? The second protest day? Yeah. That day was crazy because the first day was like, when I came to school, I didn't even know what was happening because I was like confused. I came to school, I saw people sitting down by the stairwell with signs and everything. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So that's
you missed the first day of school?
No, I was there. Like it was a Monday. The first day they started protesting was a Monday in May.
Bro, me and Rhett got to the stew late because we were working out in the gym. And so we were all showered and stuff, and we walk in together early. And we see like the people sitting on the stairs, and there aren't any white people. So we're like, there's a ginger minority, there's a Jew minority. Fuck it, let's join. So we sit right behind the people holding the big banner. And so we're in all of the pictures with Mark Dolgan because he was also there. Us three are lined up in all of the pictures.
This is like first period because I remember I got to school late and I had a double period first period, like for like the blocks. I had a double period science. So when I came for recess, I walked in, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But then Kalel like filled in and I was like, oh, okay. So that lasted for a while. It lasted till what? Like 4 o'clock then? It was late. it lasted well after school. Like people were ordering food and stuff, you know. It was like it was crazy. And then the second day was late because we started playing music the first day. We started playing protest music and stuff. Everyone was getting into it, you know what I mean? And the second day, we had a speaker. My group was posted up in the hallway. I was with Jalen, Kalel, Osafu, Carter, a bunch of heads.
Rice.
Yeah, Carter. This is when Carter still went to school.
What was his white ass doing out there?
We had a speaker. And we blasted music. Jalen was playing some wild shit. And then one of the teachers comes on the corner and she's like, "Can you please not play the song with N-words?" And she was black. One of the black teachers was like, yeah, sure, definitely. We walk away. Jalen puts on the song, nigga, 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 nigga. I was crying, laughing. I was like, yo.
Did she come back?
No, she didn't come back. But no, it was like low key. We just started like dancing and shit. Like towards the end of it, like it wasn't even a protest. We were just fucking around.
It was literally just like skipping class and having a big play date with all of your friends.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. But yeah, no, that was crazy. That was a crazy time in Milton. But like after that, it shifted the whole scene at Milton for like years to come now. Cause like it's a whole different vibe from like when I first got there to like now. It's crazy. Like the amount of like just like diversity training we do is insane.
So much.
And it's like it's definitely necessary.
It's but it's so much.
So much. We just got tired of it because we were older already, you know, and we've already been through a lot of it. But like, definitely, freshmen should definitely go through it. And they're not gonna. That's a big thing too, because like, are freshmen gonna really pay attention to diversity training?
Hell no.
You know, especially the kids that need it. Like, they're not really gonna pay attention. But yeah, that was crazy. And then like, when you talk about like being like you're only black in your class, like that growing up, it's like. It's insane, like, looking back on the amount of times of just, like, you know, little microaggressions you've had in class with, like, little,
oh my God, bro.
things people would say and just be like, really? Like, you know, I'm right here. Like, do you remember, what was, like, besides that, like, kid with one time kiss at the N-word, what's the time you remember a microaggression that really got you going? Definitely up there. I know you definitely had some more at there.
Oh, yeah. Shit. You know, I mean, just, like, you know what I'm saying, like, little things, like, comments people would make like here and there. You know, people just like automatically assume something about you. Like some kid one time was like I was in a basketball game. It's my freshman year. And no, it was 8th grade. And we were on the same team. We were on the same team for a whole year. His dad knew my dad. Like they were friends. And my freshman year, like one of the only like JV games I played in was against Milton. Remember I played like the first half. And my dad, like obviously he's like standing up and yelling and whatnot, man. The kid said to one of my boys, said to Jalen, was like, yo, like, why is that dude always yelling at Noah? And Jalen was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, that's his dad. Like, that's what he's supposed to do. Like, he's cheering for his son. And he was like, what? No, he's not. Like, I thought Noah doesn't have a dad. And I'm like, bro, and like, I never like said anything to the kid, but I'm just like, bro, like, your dad knows my dad. Like, I've known you since 7th grade. We've played basketball since 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you think this like random man who I go home with every single day, who's always at all my games, who's always talking shit, who's been talking shit since I've been there, you know what I'm saying, in the crowd and whatnot. You think that's just like some random dude
that looks like me and everything.
Yeah, like what? So it's just shit like that, bro. It's just like, but honestly, but sometimes too, like, I don't know, this might like sound ignorant to say, but like sometimes like stereotype people, when people like stereotype you, sometimes it like benefits, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes people ask you, you're like always like looked at and like asked like what's cool and like what's popular, you know what I'm saying? Like, as ever, like, you know what I'm saying, like a white person asks you like, yo, like, do you like this music? And sometimes they'll base their opinion on that music, whether you like it, or like shoes or clothes or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Which is like good and bad, but like I tend to take it as like more of a good thing, because I'm just like, oh, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it plays both ways.
Black culture is culture a lot of the times, and like especially like in high school and stuff. That's what's seen as like
So
cool.
that's why everyone hate it. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why. Like, there's so many white rappers that try and like get like, and I know this is stereotyping for me, but it's like the stereotypical rapper, like the Birdman or whatever. Yeah, the Birdman has a ton of fucking tats on his face, right? Post Malone got tats on his face, like, but like everyone tries to act as if they're like a different type of way.
It's like a lot of times if you look at success of like white rappers, a lot of times like even Eminem, he speaks about this. He's like, me being white in the rap community benefited me because like more people came to like my music because I was white, you know?
But I feel like that goes both ways too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure, just like we face discrimination, like oftentimes in the real world, white rappers also like kind of face discrimination within like the rap game because they're white. You know what I'm saying?
That too, yeah.
So it kind of goes both ways. But like, yeah, definitely like especially like in a private school, you kind of got to do both because you went both. Not really do both because you're from a really like a all white town. You know,
In Massachusetts, yeah.
yeah, but like for me, it's like different because where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, like obviously predominantly black. And then where I go to school is obviously like predominantly white, wealthy, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say it's not even just white, but they're also privileged whites.
Yeah. And like the thing for me is like compared to like people in Brockton, like, you know what I'm saying, like I would say like I'm fairly privileged, you know, like I have both parents in my life. They work, you know, like pretty good jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to, you know, to get things like within reason, you know what I'm saying? Like I can do things and whatnot. But then like I go to school, bro, and like people's guest house are bigger than like my regular house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
you know, like it's just like a complete different culture shock. And people where like I live in my community like will look at me crazy and think like, oh, like Noah's like some privileged kid, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, it's not like that. And then I go to, you know, like the school, and they're like, oh, Noah's like of lower class or whatnot. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a double life.
me and Dan know about that too. Like just at Milton, you know, like just a lot of heads at Milton have a lot of money, which is like, I mean, I remember people were like, one time person said to me like, should I feel bad for my privilege? I was like, no, like you shouldn't feel bad that you have privilege, you know, just acknowledge that you have it, and like don't be like, you know, some kids are assholes with it, you know.
Because my thing, so I'm like pretty blessed. Like I live in a really good town. I have both my parents. I'm an only child, so I'm not gonna say that like if I want something, they'll go out of their way to try and provide. But like it's not so much like I want a car and they'll be like, all right, bet here's money to go get a car. Like we don't have a ton of money floating around.
Yeah.
But like at both in college, because I go to like Amherst College is like a very, very, very privileged. A good amount of people are very privileged, and with Milton, like a bunch of my closer friends are just dumb rich, like just have so much money, like money that I wouldn't be able to even fucking conceptualize having.
Yeah.
But the difference is like I feel like the friends that I associated myself with
At Milton.
at Milton, yeah, I didn't learn were super rich until I went to their house or until I asked them what their parents did or
Yeah, no, yeah, that's a fact. Like Loki, I know what you're talking about too. Like that's the same because like, I mean, like I know we're talking about the same people. Like you don't really get that vibe from them. If you met them, you have no idea.
I mean, there certainly are kids that they have their fucking instances where it's like, yep, we know you have money, and like we make a joke of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your dad's doing this job. Of course you have money. Of course you can pay for this. Of course you can pay for that. Oh, you can spot me for food this time. But the people that like I would associate myself with the most are those that are super humble about their like beginnings and how much privilege they have. And it's a touchy subject at Amherst too. Like people don't want to talk saying that they have money, but like people have money like bread. like more bread than anybody I've ever met in my life, bread.
Yeah.
And they're just so hesitant to talk about it. And I'm very much like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, it's like, I find it interesting. I would love to learn about what someone in the top 0.0001%, what their life goes on about, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Dan, do you ever like, especially because like you're like obviously a white male, you went to like a really good school. Do you ever feel like like people automatically just assume that you are privileged because you're white and you go to Milton, you go to Amherst, and do you ever feel like you struggle kind of fitting in sometimes?
That's interesting. Like, I grew up in a really humble house. Like, I know, like, I can definitely be like, act cocky, act overconfident, like, but it's all like a facade. Like, it's funny to me, like being like this cocky, whatever, if you want to call it that, or confident, whatever it is. Like, it is what it is. I've never had an issue with my social standing, because I'm white. I've never really faced anything like that. I am Jewish, and like people make Jew jokes, but like I'm not religious that much, and I don't take offense to it because it's words, and I don't particularly care. But if had my dad heard something, it's not like he's super religious, but he definitely is Jewish, and he like he'll take the holidays seriously and all that junk. If my dad heard some of the jokes that people said, like he would fucking sock them. But I've never really felt the need to fit in, because I don't know. I was trying to to someone earlier today, actually. My outlook on 99.9999% of things is, quote, I don't care. And it's not because I don't like have like an invested interest or respect for something, and it's not like I'm like a ditzy fuck. Like I am aware, I'm pretty self-aware, I'd say. I can name my flaws, I can name my pros, my cons, all that stuff. But I don't care about things that don't really matter to me, or things that like won't matter in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 5 years, 10 years. Like, it is what it is. I think I'm more interested in learning more about those types of people that are at such a social standing that, yeah, I might wish that I had that money, but seeing as though I don't particularly care. And I've never really been stereotyped like in a social class deal. It's been much more like, oh, you're the tall basketball player. Like, of course you're going to Milton because you play basketball. You're only good at basketball because you're tall. Like, of course you came to Amherst because you're tall. And I don't know. I feel like both like academically and athletically, because those are the things that I relate more to. Because I don't really, like, when I say I don't care about social stuff, like social class, like I love to marry a rich girl. Like, I will totally be a gold digger. Oh my God. Totally fine with me.
That's not a hot take. I think a lot of people will be down with
Oh,
that.
no, for sure. Like, I don't care, like it's not something that like I need in life. Like, I want to be successful, I want to make money, but like my parents have lived, like my mom, she's the only person in her family to go to college. Like, she came from a very unique family standing. And she has instilled, like, both her and my dad have instilled like a lot of like respectable core values. And one of them isn't like money is success. Money is money. Like, success is, my mom has always said, like, on work and in basketball, like if you try as hard as you can, like you can walk away happy. You can definitely like be disappointed, but you can walk away knowing that you tried as hard and you gave as much as you could. So I don't know if it's really so much like I've been put somewhere because of my social standing, but it's definitely more so like, oh, you're the jock that like the only not jock. You're the only reason that you got into these two schools is because you play basketball. But it's like I work basketball. Like, I'm a clumsy fuck, but I work 4 or 5 times a week still.
Yeah.
And me freshman year in high school compared to freshman year in college, like I've changed a ton, and I'm not dumb. So like it's all about work for me. Like the work ethic is number one for me.
Yeah.
So if people stereotype me because of my social standing, I'll have a conversation with them and they'll be like, oh shit, you're actually sort of down to earth. That's weird. Maybe I think more so there's some people that I've had conversations with are surprised that I'm, and this is just my personal experiences, that I'm like,
Smart.
huh?
You said surprised that you're what?
That like I'm like normal.
Norm? Oh, okay. All right. I
Is
mean,
that-
I would say you're not normal. I don't think you're normal. But like, I want to get into, you talked about like fitting in. Like, I know we all came from like public schools, or you went to the Catholic school before.
I went to like Trinity. I went to Trinity Catholic, but like literally, bro, it was public school.
Public school. Like transitioning. Like, what was the hardest part from transitioning from a public school to a private school?
Shit, like one thing is, bro, like I went to school with all Haitians, Cape Verdeans, regular black people, Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? Just like all, like, you know what I'm saying? Just all pretty much people of color. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like DJ, you probably like know this too. Like when you're in two different settings, especially as like a black male, you have like kind of two different voices, kind of two different personalities, and you're kind of like, you know, you're kind of like stuck to, you know what I'm saying? Like it comes out like I don't care who you are. Like if you go to a private school and you're a person of color, like you do this. You know
Yeah. It takes a while for you to really like understand that you're doing that too.
Yeah. So I mean that was the thing for me, you know what I'm saying? Because like, and also like just like stuff people are doing on the weekend. Like I thought skiing, like people going skiing on the weekend. I'm like, yo, what? Yeah, I'm like, yo, like what? Or like people go to New Hampshire every single weekend, bro. They're like, yeah, I want to go to New Hampshire. I'm like, bro, what is in New Hampshire? But it's just like from where I came from, like nobody had really like money like that. You know what I'm saying? We wore a uniform, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was the same. I didn't know what Vineyard Vines was, Canada Goose, like all these like designer brands that don't look that nice, but like they're really expensive. So they're nice. So that was like the biggest thing for me, just like kind of like a culture shock and a culture like switch.
It's like not even just like a change in like, you know, racially like what you see in diversity from your public school to the private school. It's like also economically, you know, the change of, like you said, what kids do on the weekend. Like instead of just like going with your friends to get food or something, or just something chill, like people are going to other states or like, you know, skiing, going on boats and stuff. It's a whole different, you know, change.
My thing that I never understood, and like always was just kind of like, oh, bet, like I love being friends with you, not because of your shit. Like it's cool that you have stuff, like that's fun. But like people that have like more than one house, I'm fucking like that dude. That just boggles my mind.
Yeah.
Like you have a Cape house, a Vermont house, a fucking house in Aspen. Like I've never been skiing. My parent, like we don't travel much at all.
I think I picked up the skiing part because I mean I've been in West Bridgewater for a while now, and like my parents like are friends with other like, you know, the parent like my are like family friends down the street too that are like they're white and they like go skiing. So like I went skiing a lot during like my elementary school days until like I really started playing basketball, and my sister did, because then we couldn't go during like winter.
The winter.
Yeah, because like we always had tournaments or something. But like for me, I think I lucked out in not lucked out, I wouldn't say, but like going to West Bridgewater, already going to a predominantly white school, I was able to like realize how to navigate like being in all white setting. So when I got to Milton, there's more diversity at Milton for once. Like I didn't have to always be around this, but like I wasn't uncomfortable in terms of, you know, like talking to all the white kids or like interacting with them, because I'm like, you know, I have friends that are here that are white, you know.
Yeah.
But the economical thing, that was a big shift for sure. Like, you know, seeing what kids do, like, you know, in their own.
Yeah, it's cool too. So not cool. It's interesting. I I don't know, I felt kind of bad sometimes because like with DJ, like I'm not saying that like I can't go out to eat, right? Like I'm not saying I'm that like
Yeah.
lower class tier of stuff, which sounds kind of like awful to say, but I don't really know how else to phrase it. Like my parents are very particular, I think, in choosing like when to go out to eat. Like we probably go out to eat or order once every 3-4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's less expensive to make food at home. And in high school, like my group of friends would go out to eat a ton. Like we'd always go to, like, the basketball guys would go out to Five Guys or some shit like that, right?
Mm.
And that's not to say I couldn't pay for myself, but like I was aware that at that point in time, like I'm using my parents' money,
Yeah.
and I am aware that like I don't want to spend $15 and I eat so 15, 20, $25 on food every single day because I can't.
Yeah.
But there are definitely friends in my friend group, as DJ definitely knows, that are super fine with buying for the homies. Like they'll just fucking put everything on the tab and you'll be like, all right, like good looks, thank you, I appreciate it.
But yeah, no, that's I know what you mean in terms
And
of
it's hard because I want to hang out with I want to hang out with my friends, but like some of the stuff that my friends do is very much oriented around like
Big baller shit.
spending money.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to sound like unentitled, like in no way, shape, or form am I like I can go out to eat. Like I definitely do have money. It's not like I'm fucking throwing it everywhere. But
yeah.
like I get one big gift. I get one gift a year for like Christmas, and like I couldn't tell you the last time I went clothing shopping, and that's why I have no fucking style. I couldn't tell you the last time I went clothing shopping because for my family, like the thing that matters is I have clothes that fit.
Yeah, because you're a big boy.
Right. And they obviously want me to look good. Like they want me to feel good about myself when I look, like when I dress, but it's not like I can't go out shopping every fucking 2 weeks and be like, oh, I like this. 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 Like before freshman year of college, like they let me go on a little spree, like get a couple clothes, get a couple pants, get a couple shirts, get a couple kicks, like whatever. But I haven't bought anything clothing wise really since August.
Man, Dan, I remember Dan sending me like a snap. He's like, "Yo, I got these new jeans. These new jeans about to be starting out." I was like, "Okay, I see you." He was like, "I got my new jeans."
Bro, I got jeans. I got like I mean like
Who getting a phone call in the middle of the podcast?
Yeah.
so inconsiderate. Where's the boo button? Hit the boo button. Boo. Boo.
Just silence it.
I get back to this, but where did it go? Oh,
You hear? Sorry about the interruption. So yeah, Dan got his new jeans. No, when you get a new pair of jeans though, you be feeling different. Like when you get some new clothes and like you get a haircut, bro. Especially a haircut. Oh my god, bro! When I get a haircut, you be walking around like with a little phone out too, with the sunlight in. You feeling different, bro. You feel different. You could pick up any girl in the world.
Dude, I haven't. The reason I haven't shaved in like 2-3 weeks is because I haven't cut my hair in 4.5 months.
Jesus. I got a cut the other day because my barber hooked up me and my dad. Like he did a personal in-visit thing for us. He didn't open up the shop, but he just hooked us up. But no, you said what?
house call?
Yeah. But like we had when you get a cut, like especially like I don't know, when you're trying to go out for the weekend, you get a cut, you be feeling good, bro. I remember I got a cut one time when I was out in Chicago because I only got 3 haircuts when I was in Chicago because that shit is expensive. It was
$50 or something like that?
Yeah, it was like $40 to $50 for a haircut. I'm not paying that much. Exactly.
I get my haircut for $18.
I did that, so I was like, I got one. I came back to the dorm. I was like, okay, where we going tonight? Yeah. I pulled up to we went to the like the bar down the street, and like I could tell, you just feel like everyone's looking at you and you just feel good, bro. That's Nothing's better than getting cut, bro, and you feeling good. Like I was talking to hella people. Like
But Noah, we both know he didn't finish anything.
Hey, I'm not too sure about that.
This was recent, Dad. This was
Recent? Oh, never mind that. Never mind.
It's a new DJ over there. It's a new DJ.
But yeah, no, I would say definitely my favorite thing is getting a haircut. We want to transition to some new music that dropped over the.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, like we had like a plan, but like low key, like it just that was low key. That was low key tough. So yeah, we can finish off with some shit that dropped.
The Babies is so disappointing, and I love The Babies so much, and it's so
disappointing. I thought I enjoyed it.
I just my expectations are so high. And I think out of the 13 songs, 10 songs, 12 songs, something like that, I messed with like 6 of them.
6? Yeah, no, he tried to do something different with it, and like
which I fuck with because he's trying to become more versatile.
Yeah, and like maybe he wasn't hitting on some of the stuff, but like I give him props for trying it, and maybe he'll get better with it in the future. So I'm not gonna. Everyone's like bashing him now, like this ain't it, this ain't it. I'm like, bro, like chill out. You know what I mean? It's gonna.
For me, drop zone,
34 minutes.
You said what?
13 songs, 34 minutes.
Yo, that's wild.
You're making commercials, bro.
All right, ready? Can't Stop, Pick Up, Light Skin Shit, Find My Way, Rockstar, Jump Drop, Nasty. I fuck with.
The jump beat, the video's tough. The video's tough.
Yeah.
But the song itself, the beat, just like it's not hitting. I don't know why.
No, facts, bro. It's not hitting.
Bro, it's like. Did you listen to Playboi Carti's new song?
Meh.
Dude,
it's
straight garbage. What is Joe Budden? That shit is a 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
Okay, but listen, it's the same. I think you're right. It's on the same. My thing is, it's the same thing as Jump. If there was like one beat, like bass drop that just fucking hit,
the
song actually would be kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Not a good song,
bro. Nasty. I was listening to Nasty the first time. I was like, oh. First of all, I'm too fucking isolated for first of all females to be hearing this shit in my ear, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here like, bro. After I heard the song, I was like,
Pornhub Premium is free till April 26th.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. It's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, you see, was it West Side Gunner's West Side Gun? Is that his name, right? He dropped the project Pray for Pears.
Nope.
Yeah, it's fire. I mess with it. It's a lot of like boom pap rap beats, you know.
Yeah.
And it really hits.
Did you say boom pap rap beats?
Yeah, you know what a boom pap is? Like a boom pap. Was it boom pap or boom pap?
Why did Khalil just send me a live video?
Bro, 5 of them sent me this live videos. It's
Oh, it's Brooks. It's Brooks.
yeah, I peeped that. Hold up, wait. Want to end this first?
Yeah. We'll end it.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
No one's out here being tuned into the. No, we gotta end the podcast.
All right, my fault. I just dropped some eye emojis real quick. I just dropped some.
So that was a good episode for sure.
Is there?
When we post it,
come back next Friday.
Come back next Friday. Well, like and comment. Leave us any suggestions you have. Topics. We're going to talk about.
If you guys want a Tinder pickup thing.
Facts. Yeah.
That might be the next episode. We'll see.
All right. So leave it a wrap. See y'all next week.
Good talk.